Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is November 20th. Alright, that card's already flipped over. Seven of Cups. I just did a couple of readings right before this. Two of Cups. Man, Divine Masculine. So I'm doing this reading for Divine Masculine. I just did a Divine Feminine reading, and I'm doing Divine Masculine reading now, okay? And it feels like he's just coming in full force as soon as I tune in here. I do have my music on too, and part of the message is he's telling, so most of you are Divine Feminines watching this for Divine Masculine. I see you. To know what the Divine Masculine is going through. Do not, or not do not, but I challenge you to watch this reading to witness the Divine Masculine energy inside of you. You're witnessing about another person, but make sure you also, at the same time, witness that inside of yourself. What is that thing that you're witnessing? What is that mirroring about inside of you? Okay, bring it back inside. 111 on my recording. It's not always about another person. It's about how you can grow into divine union, find balance with the Divine Masculine energy inside of yourself, so that then is reflected on the outside too. Not so that it will be, but it's like that's what you need to go inside. Are you doing the work only to see it reflected on the outside? Is that the only reason why? Bring that back inside and find that drive and that peace, the fire, the twin flame inside of you. And then it will be reflected on the outside. It just is a natural consequence of that. It is law of attraction that it will bring. The mirror of that mirrors not just one person, but multiple people. This boss, this coworker, this best friend, this, connection, business partner, whatever it is going to show up as that twin flame mirror. But also a romantic counterpart, your counterpart shows up in order to fill, that area of your life also. So twin flame is going to be reflected in many different areas of your life, right? Because it's a reflection of you. So you, as your twin flame, will show up in many different areas of your life. It's beautiful how they're showing it to me right now, okay? So the Divine Masculine energy, for some of you, you are looking at a specific person because it's easier for you to see it that way outside of yourself. But if you need to, go back and watch this video again and say, okay, I'm thinking about the Divine Masculine inside of myself. How is that reflected in my life? Okay, so this Divine Masculine came in full force right away. He's not shy. He is not shy about speaking his feelings. Sometimes he speaks to you through music. Sometimes he hears his words through music. He hears music in his head. I don't remember what movie that is, but I hear Jerry Garcia in my head. It's like Half-Baked or something. I think it's the movie Half-Baked. 333 on my recording and 1221 on my clock. There's something in that movie if you've ever seen it before. I'm hearing Jerry Garcia in my head. So, watching that train high on cocaine. Again, there's something in the Divine Feminine reading. There was something about addictive energy. I feel like this Divine Masculine feels a little bit of addictive energy around him. Two options. He feels addictive energy around him, and he's trying to figure out his options in order to get away from that, escape that, he's looking at other options. He's looking at his options. So if there is someone who's addicted to him, who's connected to him, who is attached to him, who's codependently connected to him, he's looking at his options on what is it that I need to do in order to extract myself from this situation. For those of you thinking, well, what does that show me about me? What kind of addictive energies are in your life? Or what is it that you could possibly be codependently connected to that it's almost like someone is looking to detach themselves from you in some way? Where is that addictive energy coming from? Now, it could also be another option. It could also be that he is working through his own personal demons, his own personal addictions, and recognizing what are my options to get help with this, or to, what are my options? He's looking at his options. Huh. Knight of Swords just came up. This was the last card that came out in the Divine Feminine reading. So that you may want to go back and watch both, because he's showing up now. What are his options? How can I get through to her? That's what he's saying here too. How can I get through to her? How can I get through? He's learning how to master his thoughts, but it looks to me too that he's got some trauma that he's working through. His thoughts are playing tricks on him. He feels a certain energy, and he just is searching for the truth. He's searching for some kind of truth and trying to figure out what his options are for how to communicate his truth. He's learning how to communicate also. He's in the process of learning how to communicate. How to translate his thoughts. How to translate his thoughts. With balanced emotion. He does feel a little bit colder, though. Trying to figure out how to say something. He's trying to figure out how to say something. Something is on his mind, and he's trying to figure out how to say it. So it could be if he's involved with somebody else, it could be that he's trying to figure out what he thinks about the situation, but how to communicate to this other person that... It's so funny because the Seven of Cups is unclear. It's kind of like so many options, so many decisions, confusion. And this one is very precise, very knowing. It's like he's in the middle of making a decision right now, but trying to figure out how to he doesn't know how to communicate it just yet. I don't think he knows for sure either. Echo, what song is this? I couldn't hear that. Something about breaking my heart. Echo, what song is this? The song is already off. There's something by Miley Cyrus. This one wants to come out. This is not where he wanted to be. This is not what he had expected. This is not, wherever he is right now, this is not what he thought it was going to be. This is not what he was manifesting. This is not what he was expecting. Where he is right now is not what he had envisioned for himself. It's not what he envisioned for himself. It feels like he's in the middle of a cycle. He's not seeing the connection. He's not seeing what cycle he's in, what kind of karmic pattern he's in. Maybe not noticing that he's in a karmic energy. But something feels off. So we've got cups, which is, feeling and intuition. Something feels off, and he's trying to get clear about what that is. About what his options are for coming into alignment. Something feels off. He just can't put his finger on it. He can't see that there's something inside of him that's creating this. He doesn't realize that he's created this situation in order to learn a karmic lesson, to learn a lesson. He's blaming himself for getting himself into that situation, but he thinks that it's about the other person, that the other person is just not good for him or something like that. But he keeps attracting these kinds of people. Part of this is connected to that divine feminine reading too. So it's the feminine inside of him that is creating this by withholding herself, by suppressing herself, by not pursuing her passion, by not allowing her intuition to guide. That's like what's happening with him too. It's like he feels the ripple effect of that from divine feminine, but not recognizing the karmic pattern. But there is some kind of knowing that something's off. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. There's this like echo. There's this echo, 1111 on my recording. It could be that he lacked divine feminine energy in his life, like his home. In divine feminine reading, I was talking about home, the energy of home. What does, when someone feels like home or a relationship feels like home, what does that feel like? Because most times that home that you've felt with other people has ended up being and becoming the home, the distorted home that you always knew growing up. And so if there's some sort of distortion in that home, that's subconsciously what we're searching for. And there's something about this thing feeling off because he didn't have a divine feminine, or he didn't have a feminine in his life. Like maybe his mother passed or abandoned them, or she was disassociated and in survival mode, for just neglected, or just working a lot and just never there. It's like he didn't have a feminine influence in his life. And so having a feminine there, having someone who is soft but inspired and intuitive and is disorienting for him. Something feels off. It's also not in alignment with his divinity and where he's going, what he's trying to create, he doesn't understand that he's creating these situations where the person that he's with is constantly disassociated and cold and not there. It's like she's essentially not there because she's mirroring the feminine energy that he never had, or is missing, or he's not recognizing the pattern just yet. But there is this spark of something. There is this spark of knowing there that something's going on here. Something is going on. And it may be that he even, like, if there's another person involved, like she says something to him that other people in relationships have said to him, and he's like, wait a minute. That's the exact same that she said and she said and she said too. I thought it was them. But that's the common denominator, is that they all are saying that same thing about me. So it must be in me. What is that? This is coming from inside of me. I don't want to be creating that. This is not what I wanted. I'm the one that's creating this. It's like he's coming into that knowing. But he hasn't quite gotten to the end of that cycle just yet. He hasn't quite gotten to the end of that cycle because, again, like in the Divine Feminine reading, he doesn't know what his dreams are anymore. It's like he hasn't been allowed to dream because he's been in survival mode, or he's been trying to lead the way, and his thoughts have dominated so much of this situation that he's in. He's in a job that he's got to think and think and think and think and think on a regular basis, and it's all very, very cerebral. It could be that a relationship that he's in is very cerebral too. There's a little bit of a coldness and a disconnect, an emotional disconnect that's there. or that's what he's used to. And he's recognizing that, where's the fire though? Where's the fire? Where's the passion? He used to have that deep down inside. And he was suppressed. He got suppressed from dreaming. He needed to get a real job, or he needed to pursue this thing, and it's very corporate position, and there's just, it's like no feeling or passion in it, and there's no purpose in it other than to bring home a paycheck. And he really feels like, what do I do for me? What do I do that lights me up? He doesn't even know anymore what he's dreaming of, or what lights him up, or what his passions are. What are my dreams? Like, dreams? What do you mean? I live an everyday life. I live a real life, you know? Who has time for dreaming? But deep down, he's like, but there is something there. There's something. There's a fire that's waiting to be lit. 15:51 on my recording. So mirror number 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock. Lots of signs today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep moving. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going with that. Keep going. I just heard keep going with that line of questioning. There's something in the divine feminine energy that is being balanced. There's some kind of work that the feminine is doing in order to, that's going to help give him access to divine feminine energy. Once you, divine feminine, give yourself access to your feminine energy, the fire inside of there, and say, recognize the distorted masculine energy inside of you when you're forcing things, when you're trying to make things happen. Masculine energy is a doer. He's a doer. He creates. He does the things. Feminine is the inspiration and the flow and the emotion and the creative aspect. And the masculine is the doer. The masculine that takes all of that, allows himself to feel that, and moves forward and says, yep, let's take this here. This is the container. You plop that right here. I know exactly what to do with that. But if the feminine is not allowing herself to draw off of those dreams, to envision, to be intuitive, to access that intuitive space and that place inside of here, to let her heart believe in that space, it's like this, I just see this wobbly communication, or this wobbly wall sitting in between there. So he can't access that, she can't access that. Divine feminine doing that work on her side is going to ripple over into the masculine energy. The more you just allow yourself to access that space, that fire, allow yourself the spark. And it's going to help you know what it is that you need to do. It's going to help the masculine on his side know what he needs to do, which is doing nothing, just being. Just be still and just feel. Just feel. It's almost like you're switching polarities for a minute there and balancing it out. But it's going to help him know how to feel again, how to be. It's going to inspire him. It's going to inspire him. Okay, so there's a reading from way back that they're showing me right now. The title is a message from the divine masculine that says that you're inspiring to him, or something like that. Like you're pursuing your passions or dreams is inspiring to him. He sees you. Go back and look through. If I can find it, I'll put the link for that down in the box below. Yeah, I think that it's important that we go back to the energy in that video and access that divine masculine energy. He was very present then, and then he lost himself for a while. Maybe he got into a relationship that took him into like this healing journey or whatever, but it's like that part of him is where the spark is. So I'm going to go back and watch that video too myself. But I'll put the link for that down in the box below if that resonates with you. You're pursuing your dreams or just allowing yourself to shine like that is so inspiring to him. So inspiring. He feels it. He hears it in music. He's like feeling you again. Echo, what song was that? I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. It was that movie Sing. Like, allow your heart to sing. That's what he's trying. It's like he's confused. He's confused. There's clarity there, but he knows it. He just doesn't feel it as much as he knows it because your signals have gotten crossed. He can't hear you singing anymore. He can't hear your heart frequency singing anymore. So start calling back out again. Call out to the divine masculine energy and do that through your own heart. Do that through your own life and allowing yourself to access those dreams. You don't need to specifically say, divine masculine, I'm here. I'm pursuing my passions. Where are you? You don't call him that way. You call him by saying, okay, I'm going to create my life. I am going to create my life the way that I want it to be. And I want it to be full of passion and creativity and art and inspiration and I'm going to allow myself to do those things. I'm going to let that masculine energy in me do and not depend on other people. But I'm also going to allow other people into my life to help me to do those things. And I'm going to collaborate and I'm going to pursue my passions. You put that heart frequency out there. I want nothing more than to just be myself and to express the depth of me. I'm going to do that. That's you being your masculine energy. And that frequency ripples out to him and he hears you. So do that for yourself. You go do you. You go do you. Take this energy. Don't pay attention to the person, the divine masculine. Pay attention to that masculine energy inside of you and let that sing. And I guarantee you, this human person is going to hear you. He's drawn to you. It's like he's confused about why he can't hear you anymore. Okay? Echo, what song is this? Maroon by Taylor Swift. Go look that up. Look up the lyrics in there. There's something in that. Okay? All right, guys. Bottom of the deck is the Devil card. This is the energy that's holding it all up. So in that last video, in the Divine Feminine video, I was talking about addictions. I was talking about obsessions, things like that. That's the energy that needs to be cleared. It's holding the whole thing up right now, and it can't be seen. It's something that you can't see. Something that he can't see. Something that he can't see. He can't see how he's addicted or it's what we started out with in the first place was this obsessive energy that was around him, or an addiction that was around him, something that he is clearing, something that he was addicted to. For some of them, it's like this love addiction, this addiction to, I don't know. There's something more there. So, go back and watch that Divine Feminine reading too. Okay? More of this is coming out. More of this is coming out. We're leading up to the full moon next week. Or new moon, sorry. The new moon in Sag next week. So this is like the beginning of another message that's coming. Just to be continued is what he's saying. This is to be continued. This isn't over yet. This isn't over yet. Okay, so for some of you Divine Feminines, it's like, oh, it's not over. He's still there. He's coming back. And it's this need, this desire to attach back to him, to this situation, to wanting him in and seeing more Divine Masculine readings. And that's where part of the addiction energy comes in, is that need to have him here, to believe that he's coming, to focus on all of that. I could feel that addictive energy attached to that message from him again. It's almost like a test. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But you have to do your work. You have to focus over that way. This is the test. This is you seeing that addictive energy inside of you. There was this resistance to letting yourself believe. He has a resistance in letting himself believe in you, believe in the connection, believe in himself, believe that this kind of divine energy is real. A divine connection in that way could be real and not marred by trauma, bonds, and attachments and obsession and codependency. Is it a real thing? And still have that passion and that that pull to each other that's based off of choice, not need, and not obsessive energy. Okay? So he's telling you it's not over yet. It's okay for you to believe. It's okay for you to dream. It's okay for you to have hope. It's okay for you to be you and to have passion. He sees you. He sees you, and go show the world you. Go be you. Go do you. That's the way that he is able to be free, to be himself too, and to pursue and be the doer. Let him do. Let him come to you. Let him come to you. But the only way he can do that is by you being the light in the world in the way that you're meant to be the light in the world. So light yourself back up again. You got lost. You got lost in the connection in the twin flame journey. And you're developing and coming back to what it is that you believe about your connection and what twin flame means to you. What it means really to you, regardless of what everyone else says and believes. Allow yourself to believe in love, just period, unconditional love. And express that and be that out in the world. Access that spark inside of you again. Access that twin flame energy inside of you again. You are twin flame. You are. And he can't see that. He can't see it in himself right now. He doesn't believe in it. He can't believe in it. He can't believe in it. You have to let him come to it. My phone just buzzed. Follow up. Follow up master. This is a reminder I have in my phone for a masterclass follow-up that I have. Follow up and master your thoughts. Master your thoughts. That's what it is. Okay? Master your thoughts and express pure essence from inside of you. Right? You are your twin flame. Go. Go be. Go do. Go be. Go be. Go do. Go be. Go do. Turn yourself away from this energy here, and he's got this. He's got this. These will be turned around. He is on his way to making this decision, this knowing. He has this internal knowing, but he's confused about the feeling connected to it and the thought connected to it. Okay? So are you. Go get clear. Go get clear. Go get clear on who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Are you twin flame because only because you're connected to this other person, or because you are that energy? He's a mirror that's showing you that from inside of you. Go find how that's meant to be expressed in the world. Go access that energy. What does that home feel like? Go be that home. Go create that home space. Go express it. Go set it up. And for some of you, it's about moving too. You're moving to a new home where you're able to, like the vibration of the planet, wherever it is that you're moving. I think he's moving too. I think he's moving. Within 3 months. The vibration of this area supports the expression of stability and whatever home feels like, the new home, the new earth, the new life, the new home that you are creating, not the reflection of the old distorted one that you've always known your whole life. Okay? Go and do that. If you have any questions or if you want to dig into this further, book a private session with me. All the information for that is down in the box below. I love you guys. Love you.